Ethan knows, and some of you also know, she was on Last Comic Standing. But more importantly, she was a finalist, all the way to the finals on America's Got Talent. She should have won the damn thing, but I think she got ripped off. So please, everybody, put your hands together a little bit for my good friend and my tour mate, Miss Grandma Lee. Make some noise for her. Yeah.
Hey!
There you go.
I got big eye.
There you go. Normally we got some cool intro music, but tonight you just got to watch me dance in my little peach shirt.
You should sing while you're doing it.
Well, I could.
What do you want to do?
Big step aside. Yeah, I got you. One more time, you guys, make some noise for Grandma Lee.
Hey!
Guys, keep it going for Bob. Clap for Bob.
Hey! Hey, look, I can do this by myself, people.
You're doing great with the clap.
When he went to that
Good
nudist,
Girl.
when he went to that nudist beach, the people in the crowd were going to go, and they asked me to go, and I said, I'm not going to go. I don't want to see myself naked. Well, I'm not a fucking person. I don't give a shit. Ooh, God.
Right.
Oh, thank you so much. You guys are going to have to forgive me tonight. I went out last night and had a few drinks. Actually, I had 7 White Russians.
What?
3 of them were drinks. Is it cold in here tonight, or is it just me? I know my titties are starting to tingle.
It's cold in here.
My little nipples are perking right up there. I'm up here tonight with like 4 strikes against me. Divorced, not on Prozac, got little titties, and I don't do drugs. So just go ahead and call me weird. Now the reason I don't do drugs, and the only damn reason nobody ever asks me. Oh, I got friends that do drugs. All kinds of friends do all kinds of drugs. But you think one time on a Saturday night, one of them English little piss ants would have the common courtesy to come to me and say, come with us, Grandma, we're going to go snort a lot of marijuana. We're going to go lick some crack. Shoot up some rupees. So I remained drug-free. And I was cursed, born small, busted. The titty fairy never made it to my house. All through life it's been shit like teeny teddies, bitty boobs, miniature mammary glands. I don't know how it happened to me. I suppose back when I was a baby angel and the head angel was passing out tits, I thought he said zits. And I said, thanks for asking, but no. I have brothers who work out with weights who are bigger than I am. And 2 of my sisters shop at Bosoms R Us. That's $40 a tit. I buy my 34 Triple H, 3 for $1 at Walmart, 4 for $1 at Kmart, and up to 25 for $1 at Salvation Army thrift store. The only problem I have is when I ask for them by size, they think I'm talking about batteries. Guy said to me yesterday, gee, you must have a small appliance. I said, no, sir, I just have little titties. My ex-husband has a small appliance. And let's face it, guys love big boobs. Look at those hooters. She's well endowed. Like to chat under them 2 monsters rough. But aha, I found out early on there's one thing guys like more than big boobs. Blowjobs. Let me tell you, honey, you give a guy a good blowjob, he don't care how big your breasts are. Hell, give him a bad blowjob, he don't care how big your breasts are. So I don't give a shit. I got my hair cut last week. I went to those places in the mall. You know the ones that say $10? They neglect to mention it's $85 to shampoo it, $12,000 to comb it out, and I look like fucking Mo. Actually got little wings now. I feel like a damn maxi pad. I was watching Oprah for a change the other day. That's why I watch Oprah every chance I get. Oprah is my god. I call her Popra. And she had some models on there. They were telling me how they get rid of bags out of their eyes. Preparation H. I bought some, use it on my face every damn night. No one has called me shithead or butt face yet. But my glasses fell off. And I've gone down 2 hat sizes. So that shit works. I also read in a health magazine, if you want to make yourself look younger, so can hot milk up to here. I thought, cool, I've got the hot tub. So I got in, turned the temperature like 200, told the guy from the dairy to fill it up with milk. He said, you want it pasteurized? I said, no, just to my tits. I don't want to drown in this shit. I just want to look good, damn it. I try to go through life with a positive attitude. Look on the bright side of shit. I was with my neighbor a while back to visit her grandmother. The grandmother had her leg amputated. They're sitting around looking all sad. I looked at that grandmother and I said, you know what? I'll bet you $5 you can get half price on a pedicure. Chop your hand off, we'll talk manicure. Have you guys ever said something regretted saying, I wish you had, you could take it back, but there ain't no way? Simple solution, 3 little words. I'm just saying. For example, someone brings their baby over. Isn't she adorable? I think she is like a fucking alien. What's that you say about my baby? I'm just saying. Works every damn time. I got me a new car a while back, got me a PT Cruiser. Not because I have anything good about it, and certainly not for the gas mileage. I bought the car because I thought it was cute. It reminded me of a gangster car. My kids wanted me to get a Kia Sophia. I said, that sounds like a Mexican hooker. You trade your SUV in, ride a Mexican hooker. I ride the gangster car. I'm a gangster bitch. Speaking of gangsters, Bob and I are driving up here from Florida. Go through Atlanta, past the mall, saw a couple of little punks on the corner. Little white boys wearing T-shirts reading Born to be Black. 10, 11, 12 years old, blonde hair in dregs, pants down their ass, standing on the corner listening to rap. I hear one of them say, back in the day. I'm thinking back in what fucking day? When you were a fucking sperm. Back your ass back to the hood, you fucking little punk. I'm just saying. Then I thought back in my day how things were different. We didn't have E. coli, Ebola, MRSA. We had like polio, but we got shots for that shit. We didn't have ADD or ADHD. We had whoop-ass. That worked just fine, thank you very much. Just saying. Take a drink break here. This is a great time of year. Summer's coming. I like every part of the year, though. My favorite, though, is October, because Halloween's my favorite holiday. You know, kids come home happy with their candy, and you go through it, take all the bad shit, take all the good shit for yourselves. Where's my Snickers bar? It was poison. I threw it away, ha-ha. Where's my Reese cup? Razor blades. Eat that candy corn. It's orange, it's got vitamin C in it. Get off my ass and watch it Springer. My daughter's a teacher in North Carolina. She came down to Florida a year ago Christmas. And after Christmas, she went to those sales and bought a bunch of lights for her tree, for her classroom. She called me this October and said, Mom, I don't know what to do. I got my Halloween lights out and the oranges don't work. I said, use the black lights. Black lights matter. Check the internet. It's great being here. We appreciate Scott letting us come here. It's a great town, great club. Thank you guys so much for coming out. If you weren't here, we wouldn't have no fucking show. I'm from Florida. Florida's pretty cool. We're from Jacksonville. You may be familiar with our football team. Used to be the Jaguars. Now we're the Tampons. Because we're just good for one period. My neighbors put in a new pool last summer. We were swimming last week, and he's standing there bragging about his pool. We got this shit put in our pool. If anybody pees into the water, turns red. I said, that shit don't work. I'm peeing right now. You got screwed on that one, mister. I'm just saying. But even though I love Florida, I love traveling around the country and other state welcomes. I was like, Tennessee's a volunteer state. Ohio, birthplace of aviation. Texas, a Lone Star state. We have a welcome sign in Florida, too, guys. Florida, arrive alive. Are dead people sneaking into Florida? Did I miss that memo? And Georgia just north of us, and they got their little sign they're so proud of. We're glad Georgia's on your mind. Actually, it's not on our mind, it's in our way. Get the fuck off the road. We're trying to get to Florida before we die. We want to arrive alive. I work nights, so I have a lot of free time during the day. If I'm not sleeping, I'm watching TV, hence a lot of commercials. Right now, the commercial that really freaks me out is that Burger King guy. He's a pervert. I call him Jared. Jared the second. Because the first Jared's getting another foot long, so he can eat right now. Have you seen that commercial about that woman? She actually won the runway model, and she has psoriasis. And she comes out and said, I'm Carrie D, and I've had psoriasis. Psoriasis? I guess you got pneumonia too. If you can't pronounce it, don't even mention it. Get that shit right. But there's some weird commercials. Saw one last week, this guy's talking about a diet pill. May cause gas with oily discharge. Yeah, let's just shit ourselves skinny. And how about the allergy pill may cause headache, diarrhea, memory loss, nightmares, STDs, erectile dysfunction, diphtheria, bronchitis, tonsillitis, appendicitis, cancer, chickenpox, heart attack, diabetes, stroke, or death. I will fucking continue to sneeze. Thank you very much. And I didn't realize until recently the impact commercials have on little bitty kids. My friend has a 2-year-old daughter. She's teaching her animal sounds. Brookie, what does the puppy dog say? Woof woof, great. Brookie, what does the kitty cat say? Meow, great. Brookie, what does the camel say? Hop day. And my little grandson's going to catechism now, getting ready for his first communion. And the priest asked him last week, Cody, are you familiar with the resurrection? He said, I don't know too much about it, Father, but I know one thing. If you have last word in 4 hours, you better call a doctor. His little brother gave me a cup of coffee last week. Where should I ever taste it? In the bottom of the cup were 2 of his little plastic army men. He looked at me dead center and said, Grandma, the best part of waking up is soldiers in your cup. So even little kids are affected by them damn commercials. I'm just saying. You guys like telemarketers? I have 3 things you can say to them to make sure they will never bother you again. Number 1, I'd like to help you out, but you know what, we're eating dinner right now. I have an idea. Why don't you give me your home phone number but interrupt the fuck out of your mail? Number 2, I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. But first let me tell you about the wonderful world of Amway. Number 3, hello? 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 Piss off, we're watching Springer. You guys have played jokes on your friends? Have a yard sale at their house. Put it in the paper. Early birds welcome. Everything goes. Advertise their car for sale. 2016 Lamborghini. $15 a best offer. That's when I'm on the phone calling Mr. Jones at random. Mrs. Jones answers. May I speak with Mr. Jones? This is Mrs. Jones. May I take a message? Yes, this is the county health department. He needs to get in touch with us as quickly as possible. His test results are back. I don't give a shit. I love playing on the phone because for 22 years, I was an operator for the phone company in South Florida. For 22 years, I could go to shit. For example, operator, give me the number for Domino's Pizza Hut. Excuse me? I said I want Domino's Pizza Hut. Maybe they fucking merged. Operator, I just got a wrong number. Good, I'll give you another one. Then you'll have 2. Operator, I don't like your attitude. Well, I'm not real crazy about you, little bitch. Operator, I'm sick of your computers. I want my numbers orally. Orally? That will be extra. Our numbers are rectal. And my favorite call of all time, operator, is there anybody any stupider than you? One moment I'll connect you to a supervisor. Let's do a little audience participation thing before we go any further. By round of applause, clap if you pee in the shower. Now clap if you don't pee in the shower. Liars! Everybody pees in the damn shower. I don't say I've got to pee, let me take a shower. But I'm in there and wet and have to be, yes, I will pee in the shower. I think we all will. My niece came to my show a couple months ago and after the show I said, Sure, do you pee in the shower? She said, No, I pee in the bathtub. Don't ever ask that question again. Bad karma. Now, round of applause. Now, who's been to Vegas? How many of you been to Vegas? One person.
Been through
That's 2 people?
Through it.
Through it. That's my favorite place in the world. I would move there except to have all these address labels that say Florida. So I'm stuck. First time I went to Vegas, it was like in the early 80s. I went out there with my ex-husband. He forgot his glasses. Whole damn time we were there, he was playing the change machines. Went home with a whole bag of quarters. Told his friends he broke even. He had fun. I was working downtown on Fremont Street a couple of years ago after the show and playing the slots. Turned around for a split second to watch the guy jackpot turn back around. My bucket of coins is gone. So I reported to security. They said, Don't worry, we have cameras. We'll find who took your money. 3 days later, they called me in my hotel room. Their money was taken by another lady on a motorized scooter. But unfortunately, she's from London's casino. No shit. The bitch could have crawled out in 3 damn days. Probably going to get a half a pedicure. I never got my money back, but every time I was under lady on a motorized scooter, I slapped the shit out of her. You know, I've heard stories. There's ladies in Vegas. They go to hotel bodies and sell their bodies, and I thought, let me try that shit. They were staring at me like Ryan Seacrest watching Brokeback Mountain. It didn't work real well, but it did give President Obama an idea program, Cash for Clunkers. Speaking to the President, Mr. Obama, your stimulus package would never work because believe you me, been married to the same man for nearly 40 years now. The combined efforts of Victoria's Secrets, the Playboy Channel, and the good folks of Viagra, some packages cannot be stimulated. I'm just saying. How many people here like the President? How many Obama fans do we have in here tonight? One person. You know, I ask this all over the country, and nobody ever says they like him, but yet got voted in twice. Who voted for him? I'm kind of neutral. I don't care. And I certainly don't mind the fact that he's black. I wish he was blacker. I wish he was fucking ghetto. Wouldn't that have been awesome at the inauguration? I'm the boss man now, motherfuckers. This is going to be the Black House. Meet my lady Michelle, I mean LaQuisha. She my baby mama. It's all good, fuckers. Wouldn't that have been awesome? And for you people that still worship George W., what a brilliant man he was. Interviewed on TV, asked one simple question. Mr. President, what do you think about Roe versus Wade? He said, I don't give a shit how the Cubans got here. As long as they vote Republican. And I'm going to tell you the man that was most misunderstood and mistreated as president was Bill Clinton. He kept saying he didn't have sex, and he did not have sex with that woman. Sex is doing it. He got a blowjob. He didn't do it. I remember one year girl back in my day walking down the aisle in Berger White with a mouth like this. Because she didn't do it either. So everybody should apologize to Bill, because they did not do it. Just saying. That's an uncomfortable silence, ain't it? You know, I never used to pay attention to the news on TV. I don't know why I watch TV. Didn't never even pay attention to the news on TV. That came to a halt a few years ago. I'm in New Mexico, checking my motel. The cell phone rings with my neighbor. Hey, Lee, did you hear about tsunami? I said, no. She said, turn on CNN. I said, oh my God, those poor tsunamians. By the way, we're a tsunami. But now watch the news. There's a lot of shit on the news. Turned on TV a few years ago, found out one of my favorite young actors had died. Heath Ledger. Very cute, very young, very talented, very tragic. I watched that controversial movie. It was in a while back, Brokeback Mountain, or as I like to call it, Homos on the Range. My son asked me, why in the hell did you watch that movie? I said, because them two guys are hot. I don't care if they pluck each other or sheep. They're just pure hot. Lots of shit on the news, though. They got a new boner pill, Viagra, good for 18 holes. I saw Tim Tebow doing his Tebow shit one day. I tried to Tebow, threw my hip out. I had to call 911 and said, help, I Tebowed and I can't get up. Lots of shit on the news. I was in Montgomery, Alabama. Picked up a paper up there and read this article. Do white people smell like lunch meat? Then they tried to stereotype. Black people smell like fried chicken. Mexicans smell like salsa. Cubans smell like salt water. And I'm thinking, what the hell? Because I love fried chicken. I love salsa. I can handle salt water, but I hate fucking bologna. I'm supposed to like it because I'm white. I don't give a shit. There's been a lot of talk too about celebrity plastic surgery gone awry, like Roseanne looks Chinese. Burt Reynolds looks like he should be in a white Tuesday, but I think the biggest mess was Caitlyn Jenner. Looks like a fucking alien. And Caitlyn, I don't mind that you want to be a woman and change yourself to be a woman. I don't mind that. I don't mind that you wear a dress, but you did not deserve that Arthur Ashe Award for courage. You want to do something courageous, cut your dick off. Use rusty scissors, get rid of your junk. Then you should get the award. I'm just saying. Anybody agree with me on that shit? Well, I agree with me, so that's what's important. A lot of shit going on. Turned on TV a few years ago. Listened to this story about this woman in California who died, left her entire fortune, like $14 million to her cat. A couple months later, the cat died, so the state got the money. If that would have been me, there was no damn body that cat died. I'd have stuffed it. Made a hand puppet and went straight down to the bank. Kitty cat wants to make a withdrawal. Meow. All of it, mister. We're taking a trip. I have an idea for a news story that would probably win a Pulitzer Prize and in the war overseas. I say, bring home the troops, send over criminals, murderers, rapists, child molesters. Put them in them orange jumpsuits. I watch Orange is the New Black. I know what's going on. Give them their weapon of choice, a gun, a knife, a chainsaw. Drop them over there. Tell Afghanistan we're sending the CIA, criminals in action. Tell Iraq the FBI's coming in. Fucking Bastards Incorporated. Drop them off over there. If they kill the enemy, great. If they kill each other, oh fucking well. Nothing if I'd like to send over there maybe in outer space. Let me think a minute. Lindsay Lohan. Kate plus 8, I hate that bitch. Jared the first and Jared the second. Every fucking one of the Kardashians. That little pipsqueak that looks like he's already been embalmed that sticks his nose in everywhere. Al Sharpton. All the Kardashians, that piece of shit Justin Bieber, and their fearless leader Sarah Palin. Get them a one-way ticket on Malaysian Airline. Get them out of our atmosphere. Have you guys noticed how politically correct everything's got since the millennium? Even gender definition. My neighbor got a new car, he said she's a beauty. I don't think a car is a woman, I think a car is a man. I think a road is a woman. For example, men and cars, sluggish in the morning, lots of gas involved. Sometimes you gotta jump start them. Watch what you do with that dipstick, and that's one hell of a ride. Now I think a road is a woman. Read your signs of dangerous curves. Soft shoulders. Approaching tunnel. Big hole ahead. Proceed with caution. Enter at your own risk. Slippery when wet. And my personal favorite, no parking in the rear. More signs back there, one way, do not enter, exit only. You will be told, mister. I'm just saying. Well, folks, I will have a birthday next month and I will be 82 years old.
Alright.
But I think I look as good as most people my age, well, except for those in open caskets. Gotta find a few there down makeup. You know you're getting old, but when your kids come around, they had AARP stickers on their cars. And you run into them at the early bird specials. 2 years ago, I turned 80 and my kids had a big birthday party for me in Vegas, because it's my favorite place on earth. Everybody was there, including my big fat daughter-in-law, Trudy. And I cannot tell you how much I hate that bitch. It's not the fact that she weighs 450 pounds. It's not the fact that she has 157 tattoos just on her left arm. But the bitch insists on calling me Granny. I'm not your damn granny. So I thought about it for a long time. Now I call her Monday because we all fucking hate Monday. I don't mind getting older. I've reached a point in life now where I can laugh, cough, sneeze, fart, and pee at the same damn time. And I've decided when I die I want to be cremated and have my ashes sprinkled over with Krispy Kreme. That way I know for sure my fat daughter-in-law's coming and visit me a couple times a week. Eat me bitches. I went to the doctor a while back. He told me I needed hormone shots. I said, hormone shots? Yeah, they make you feel great. But there are some slight side effects. I said, like what? Maybe a little hair growth on your chest. Hair growth on my chest will shoot me up, I guess. I went back like a month later for a follow-up. The doctor said, how do you feel? I said, I feel great. Any side effects? Yes. Hair growth on your chest? Yes. How long is the hair? To my fucking balls. Slight side effects of my ass, you quack. You know, the only thing bad about getting older, it's kind of hard dating. My idea of a fun evening is getting on a date with him before CPR on the damn date. And I don't mind dating guys on life support, but you always have to go to their place. Dated a real nice guy for a couple of years, but he died. Well, we had a nice funeral and I was acquitted. Went up with one guy to his apartment, watched the show The Millionaire. After it's over, he started getting frisky. I told him no. He said, is that your final answer? I said, yes it is. He said he'd like to call a friend. Went with another guy up to his cabin. He lit a fire, laid down on the couch, drifted off to sleep. Fire died down. Hell, I threw a couple of logs on the sucker. I didn't know he had a left wooden leg and a right wooden leg. He woke up, he was pissed. I got the hell out, he ain't going no damn where. I was hyped about that movie and that book, 50 Shades of Grey. I said, shit, that's the guys I've been dating for the last 12 years. I didn't know they wrote a book about me. I had to check that shit out. I had a blind date last week. Actually, it was cataracts. Dated a guy in Jacksonville for a couple of years. Nice guy, but deaf as a damn doornail. Everything anybody said I had to scream at him and read my lips. His dream was to go to Canada. He couldn't drive. It took his license. So we went to Canada. I drove. He rode side saddle. We get stopped at the border. The lady says, "Where are you from?" I said, "Florida." "What'd you say?" She wanted to know where we're from, and I told her Florida. Then she said, "Where in Florida?" I said, "Jacksonville." "What'd she say?" Jesus Christ. She wanted to know where we're from in Florida, and I told her Jacksonville. The woman looked at me and she said, "You're from Jacksonville, Florida?" "Jacksonville, Florida? Worst piece of ass ever got in Jacksonville, Florida." "What'd she say?" I said, "Apparently she knows you." I think the saddest thing for an older woman is you're in your bedroom and the love of your life is sitting at the foot of your bed, buck-ass naked, with a bottle of Viagra in one hand, a box of X-Lax in the other, trying to make a conscientious decision. Poor guy don't know if he wants to come or go. But every older person has to make a decision sometime in life, and it's to pull the plug or not to pull the plug. And I made my wishes perfectly clear. Do not pull the plug. In fact, I want a backup generator. I want the extension cord duct taped to the floor so nobody will trip over it. I want an armed security guard stationed outside the hospital room door 24/7. I don't want some little pimply-faced nurse wannabe telling me, "Look for the light. You look for the light, you little bitch." I look for two lights. Reminding me down about fucking gangster car. Told you it was a gangster bitch. I just heard sirens. Somebody told me this is the most high crime city in Tennessee.
It is.
Sick people.
The highest in crime.
It is. Lewisburg was
Let's
out
give
of
Lewisburg a
one
hand
state
for
to
that.
say,
Hey,
Clap for the criminals
and the sick people.
and the sick people. It's a cool town though, I like it because they don't have McDonald's on every fucking corner. I was married for 35 years to Mr. Wrong. We got divorced because of religion. He thought he was God. I do not. My ex-husband and I are opposites, always have been, always will be. Even back when we first got married, I was pregnant, he was not. I'm watching a love story on TV the other night. This guy's done on me proposing. I had you reading the True Lloyds of London. We're going to the Prince Riviera for our honeymoon. I thought back to my marriage proposal. You say you're how damn late? Shit. Must have been prom night. There goes my damn football scholarship, bitch. I don't give a shit. Dwayne and I are opposites. Always have been, always will be. Even back when we first got married, I was pregnant, he was not. And he's from the hills of Kentucky. He doesn't talk the way we do. He don't say apple, he says alpo. First 7 years we were married, I was making his ass dog food pie. He never complained. I think he liked me to chase after cars and make his own balls. He's a Marine. In fact, one time he won a gold medal in the Marine Corps Swimming Olympics. A gold medal. Asshole went and had a bronze. He was in the Veterans Day Parade last year and he called me his uniform being inspected. I looked at him and noticed his fly was open. So trying to be a good Marine next to life, I said, "Hey, Dwayne, your barracks door's open." He said, "Well, did you see that sergeant standing at attention?" I said, "No, sir, all I saw was that little old disabled veteran resting on 2 old duffel bags." Sometimes I miss him. I called him up one night. I said, "You remember that time down to Key West, laying on the beach, sun beating down, waves lapping up on the shore, wind blowing your hair, and you too damn lazy to chase after it?" And then I thought back to the time when we were still married, and he entered a contest and won first prize. 2 free trips to Jamaica. The asshole went twice. But he did one really cool thing. When we first got married, he said every time we did it, he'd put a quarter in this jug. That way when he retired, he'd have all this money. The day he retired, he came over and opened up that jug and out poured the quarters. Also dollar bills, 5s, 10s, and 20s. He looked at me and said, "Where in the hell did all this money come from?" I said, "I certainly hope you don't think everybody else is as cheap as your ass." I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Uh-huh. Round of applause. Who's got kids? Clap, you got kids. One person.
Kid.
You just told me you did.
Y'all have kids.
Why didn't you fucking clap?
Have to
I
clap.
have one arm. I'm doing
You're,
great
you're,
as I
think,
can.
you're thinking about them dirty toy parties, aren't you? Okay. I have 4 kids. Somebody asked me a while back, "You do you still have 4 kids?" I said, "Sure, just not these 4. But don't kids brighten up a home? They never turn the damn lights out.
No kidding.
My kids are always on my ass about something like, "Mom, do you have to smoke?" No, I get out of this chair and kick your ass. If I had the damn wind. I don't mind ragging on my kids because they want to put me in the old people's home. I drop one french fry fucking Burger King. Mom can't feed herself work on the home. Little pissants. They're grown now, though, and raising my grandchildren completely different than I raised them. I never beat my kids, I spanked them. My grandchildren get time out. Time out to think of more shit to do. My grandchildren are so tuned into time out, we have them to a high school basketball game. Chose chill time out, they went to them corners. I'm babysitting my 4-year-old grandson a while back. He bit his baby sister. I beat his ass. He'll cut me all teary-eyed. Grandma, Mommy and Daddy give me time out. I said, Grandma's got a brand new game. Sudden death. Go play, I'm still trying to watch Springer. Yeah, my kids are grown, but I'll never forget back in the day when my daughter came home from college for Thanksgiving. I picked her up at the airport. She gets in my car. First words out of her damn mouth. Mom, I got something to tell you. I ain't a virgin anymore. Oh, I slapped the shit out of her. I said, all this money I'm paying to send your ass to college and you still say ain't? Why don't you learn the damn thing, girl? And then she said, Mom, I'm into the star study now. You didn't know what sign I was conceived under. This can affect my entire future. I said, what sign do you conceived under? Keep off the grass. Put that in your damn little star book. I'm just saying. And I got a shitload of grandkids. 15-year-old grandson called me last night. Grandma, you know my birthday's in 2 weeks. I said, I know that. You know I'm going to be 16. I said, I know that too. I'm going to start dating. What y'all look for in a girl? So look for one with little hands that'll make your dick look bigger. 5-year-old grandson called the other day. Grandma, why do you smoke? You have yellow teeth. I said, Grandpa don't smoke. He has no teeth. Your baby sister don't smoke. She's got 2 teeth. Why don't you shove her and pass me that childproof lighter? You're the only one I know that can make it work. 4-year-old grandson comes over. I said, honey, would you like an oatmeal raisin cookie? He said, Grandma, they're full of fat and cholesterol. I said, look, you little turd. You ate an entire TV guide when you were 10 months old. Shit, reruns for 3.5 weeks. Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you the current book reading champion of your entire neighborhood? Why don't you tell them to have a damn album before I kick your ass? Babysitting 2 grandsons decided to watch one of my favorite TV shows, Cops. 5-year-old boy looked at me, Grandma, we're not allowed to watch Bad Boys. I said, what you gonna do? 9-year-old granddaughter got mad at her mom and dad last week. I hate this family. I hate everybody. I wish it was adopted. My son said you were. They just brought your little ass back. My grandson told he was 7 last September. My son bought him a dog. It's a wiener dog. Cody named it Wiener. Last week the dog ran away. Cody jumped down the street ringing doorbells. Has anybody seen my little wiener? It's real sharp with a big old head. I love kids.
God. That's terrible.
But my favorite grandchild's a little girl named Casey. She's in 1st grade. I said, Casey, what does your teacher look like? She said, just like the one I had in kindergarten, but with a different head. She's so cute.
Yes, sir.
She's got real long hair, and she's sitting in my car last week eating a Twinkie. I said, Casey, you're going to get hair on your Twinkie. She said, no, Grandma, I'm getting Hooters too. She's just so damn cute. Her little cat died a while back. I'm trying to soften the blow. Kitty's dead, but Kitty is up in heaven with God now. She told me, she said, Grandma, what in the hell does God want with a dead cat? So we get her another cat. A few weeks later, I'm picking her up from school. She gets flying to my car crying. Grandma, quick, call Mommy and tell her to lock up the cat. I said, Casey, calm down. What's wrong with you? She said, Grandma, somebody wrote on the bathroom wall, Sammy Johnson eats pussy. We gotta lock up the cat. So we locked up the cat. And then Grandma went looking for Sammy Johnson.
Oh, Lord.
Traveling around the country, I found out one thing. People are crazy everywhere. I smoke in my car, and someone told me one time, if you don't want your car to smell like smoke, get a baby food jar, fill it with kitty litter, which has an ashtray. I don't have a cat. I asked my neighbor for some kitty litter. Apparently, I neglected to mention I needed fresh kitty litter. Oh, my car does not smell like smoke. It smells like wet cat shit. I think about that cat a lot. People are crazy everywhere. My next door neighbor just had a baby. She had an epidural, which I thought was kind of weird because a little bit's adopted. People are crazy everywhere. A couple months ago, I was in Seattle, sitting in the airport, waiting for a plane, minding my own damn business. A guy came and sat down right next to me. He had everything pierced in his face that could be pierced. He had on a tie-dye shirt. His hair was spiked, every spike a different color. Red, blue, orange, green, purple, pink, yellow. I'm staring at him. Finally, he looks over at me and said, "Lady, do you have a problem?" I said, "Not really. But you know, my brother was in Vietnam in the early 70s. He got real horny one night and he fucked a peacock. There's just an outside chance you might be my little nephew. Come give your auntie some sugar, boy." Thanks a lot, guys. I'm done my way.
One more time for Grandma, huh? Yeah. One more time for Ethan, who got here late. Yeah, thanks for Ethan. Keep it going for Scott, too, everyone.
Oh, shucks.
Keep it going for the toy lady. Grandma said, give it for the toy lady. Oh, yeah, she sells a couple things, too, after the show, if you guys are interested.
Refrigerator magnets, let me go on to this.